Hi, I am Fatin from the class of 2022, and in this presentation we are going to learn about what is gentrification, why should we care about it, what are the impacts of gentrification, and how can we solve this problem. So let's start by learning what is gentrification. Gentrification is a process of renovating the urban neighborhoods for affluent residents. When rich people come to developing neighborhoods where prices of homes are low and they, under their influence of money, buy those properties, renovate those lands and houses, and change the economic condition of that place by blooming various businesses. As a result, the house rents of those places gets higher day by day, and the middle income people who have been living in those places for a long period of time finally have to move out as they cannot bear the cost. Gentrification is a very controversial topic. Why? Let's see. Because of gentrification, the urban quality of life can improve. You can improve the beautification of your neighborhood. Your neighborhood will become beautiful. Various businesses and big corporates will be established in that neighborhood, and your and the economic condition of that neighborhood will be developed. However, because of gentrification, your house rent might get increased, and it can also force you to leave your home. Now, let us consider a scenario. Have you ever thought what might have happened to you if you got up from bed one day and learned that the homeowner has increased the house rent by 3 times? What would you do then? Did you know that since the blooming of the dot-com industries in the San Francisco Bay Area, at least an estimated amount of 60,000 San Franciscans left their home, and many of those people were people of different ethnicities and different colors. And in the Mission Bay area of San Francisco, the housing price has now peaked to 3,500 a single room, which is an increase of 13.5% over the last 10 years. Now, we are going to learn about the impacts of gentrification. Gentrification can have a lot of impacts in your family, in your life, on your kids, and even in your health. For example, if we look at the impact of gentrification on a person's health, then we can see that because of gentrification, you might suffer from anxiety and depression. There can be violence and crime in your neighborhood. Why? Because because of this problem, you might have to move to a low neighborhood where there are prevalence of violence and crime, and because of the rising prices of the rent, you might suffer from anxieties and depression, and your emotional and mental health will suffer a lot. You might not feel happy, and this can lead to a lot of diseases in the body. And gentrification has one of the highest negative impacts on kids. For example, because of this problem, since the kids they have to shift their schools, they might have bad academic performance. They can have low self-esteem. They might be feeling loneliness, and they might have problems in adapting to different changing environments. And because of shifting to low graded environments, they might be prone to bad influences. And at the same time, gentrification can have a lot of impacts on the neighborhood. There can be unrest in the neighborhood. The people with whom you have grown, they might become homeless, and there can be conflicts and clashes between the original inhabitants and the middle class gentrifiers. Just think about this scenario. What if this happened with your family? What if, when you were a kid, your family was forced to leave the house and then you became homeless, or you were sent to live with a relative because of the economic change in your family? Will it be fair for your family if you had to move out of your house to make the rich people more happier? No. Now let's look at some data. If we look at the data of gentrification on the Mission Bay area, then we can see that from 1998 all the way to 2013, the price in the Mission Bay area has increased from $300 to more than $900, and only in within 2 years, from 2011 to 2013, the price have increased from $600 to more than $900, and this is only the case of a single family home per square foot. And the same scenario can be seen for in case of multifamily properties. So because of this problem, the low earning people, they had to move out from the place, and since they could not afford to pay the prices of such homes. So now let's look at how we can solve this problem. Gentrification can be solved by reducing the property tax to protect the long living residents, and we can also restrict the number of developing luxury scale apartments and businesses in the middle earning neighborhoods. And finally, we can we can create we can finally we can create long-term housing with solid foundations, and we can also educate our souls and do research and find new better solutions so that we can build a better future for our next generation, so that our children could live in a better world where people don't have to suffer from problems like gentrification or poverty. Thank you very much.